All right, everybody, welcome back again. Today we're going to be doing a toolbox. Going to patina it out and put a little Rat Fink on it. Here we go. This job is actually a repeat customer. I did his rat rod and I did his rat rod rim, so this is the third job I'm doing for him. First things first, get a piece of paper out, cut it around the handle, do a quick sketch, kind of get a size relation of how I'm going to do the job. Once I get a decent size of what I'm looking at, take it off, put it on the table. Just do a better detailing of what I want to do, tongue, eyes, how I'm going to do everything. Put it back on the toolbox, put some carbon paper behind it, trace it back out again. You can see behind it, that is actually a transfer tape. That's used for vinyl to transfer, some vinyl lettering from one surface onto the other. I'm just using it as like a large piece of sticky paper drawn. Start to get my details and everything because this is what I'm going to cut out right here. And this whole job, it's all me freehanded. I'm not tracing it off of another image or anything like that. So this is my preliminary sketches of the way I wanted the hand to look. I just kept redrawing it. Boom. The final one, that's one I liked. Transfer that on there too. Cut it all out. It's really papery, so it's only like a one-time use. I'm doing a light dusting first to make sure that transfer tape just doesn't blow away. Everything looks good. I'll put it on a little bit heavier. I'm not really trying to completely cover it. I just want a decent amount of paint on there because I'm not trying to have a really thick edge once it's all unpeeled. So once I get my main color in, I tape it up and spray my secondaries and third colors. Get it out all straight. Let it dry. Unpeel the whole thing. See what I got left. Looks like in one area around the eyeballs it kind of lifted a little bit. No big deal. I'll just cover it with some pinstriping. There's one of my brushes, a little crappy little Michael's brush. Lay it all in there, sketch it out. Then I start doing my details, start doing the shadowing and shading in, just kind of give it some oomph to it. Here's another crap brush, no point at all, just kind of blunt. But it's perfect for what I'm doing on this job because it's Rat Fink. Nothing on this thing is perfect. It's all kind of thrown together. It looks like a big old sketch. Giving some highlights. I'm just throwing stuff in there randomly. Whatever kind of hits me in a weird way, I'll just kind of put it together. And because it just hits me whenever, I just put more and more details into it. It just kind of makes it look even better. Like even my brush strokes, they're not great. I'm just throwing it in there and it looks fine. It looks good. It's lowbrow, it's Rat Fink, it's rat rod and stuff. It's not meant to be perfect. After my first outline, I'm putting on a secondary outline just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. And, I put it on a little thick, a little heavy, looked a little wet in certain areas. Like I said, just going to take it easy and have fun. This is an afterthought because I already did all my outlines on the black and then I'm covering up in certain areas. So I got to come back in and retouch that up with some more black. Just having some of the black outlines, hairs coming over top of the other pinstriping kind of gives it some more depth. You can see my pinstriping skills are crap. I'm using the same crappy brush. I'm not even using a pinstriping brush. I'm just using a crappy Michael's liner brush. But like I said, I'm going to cover all up with some distressing. So I start to do my rusting action. Hit it with some sandpaper, like 400 grit. Start to wear out that pinstriping a little bit. Rust up around the hinges. Start scotch brighting it. Start hitting with some 400. I'm trying to make this toolbox look like it's been in the back of a pickup truck for several years. So just beat all to hell. Like even there on the edge, I'm kind of taking away some of the paint so it looks like it's worn out. Once it's all done, it turns out pretty decent. It's all distressed. It looks old. Little attention to detail underneath the hinge. Also went ahead and dusted in some black around the handle area so it looks like it's dirt. Rub it off a little bit, kind of clean it up. Pay attention to the hinge areas. That's usually where rust kind of forms anyway naturally. So it just kind of accentuate it. And to make some of that rust really look like it's just kind of popped out, I'll take some like an old business card, spray it on there. What's happening is that paint is building up on the edge and just flicking onto the surface. So it's all really thick and gummy looking. So it looks like popped up rust. And I know you don't see the underside usually, but if the guy ever takes it out of his car or something, I don't want the underside to be bright red. So I distress the bottom. I don't put a lot of time into it. I just kind of really rough it up real quick. Hit it with some sandpaper. Make it look distressed. I don't care if it actually gets some paint on it. This is the underside. So I'm pretty much done. So here's the before shot. Here's the after. Exact same toolbox. 20 bucks from Lowe's. The toolbox, not the artwork. The artwork is a lot more money than 20 bucks. So don't ask for a $20 paint job. I didn't even clear this job because, it's never going to be outside. It's never going to be in the elements that much. And if it is, and it gets worn out and some of the paint comes off, looks even better. So why not? All in all, it turned out pretty good. Nice job. Looks good for a car show. Something to have there sitting out in front of the car show sign, stuff like that. And like I said in one of my other videos, I'm not a pinstriper at all. I'm not that great at it. But every job I do is a practice for the next one. So, like putting the outlines on Rat Fink here, it looks good. Looks like I know what I'm doing. But when I got started doing this stuff years ago, I didn't know how to use a brush at all. And I would practice. Every time I'd do a job like a cartoon character, I would take my time and learn how to pinstripe around it and just start to figure out small steps until it got more elaborate like this. Don't do a huge job and overwhelm yourself. Start small and work your way up. I keep beating you over the head by saying have fun, but it's all about fun. Don't get into it and be like freaked out, and next thing you know, you're going crazy over it. All right, I'm done talking to you about everything. All right, here we go. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Follow me on anything. Enjoy my stuff. Try to put something out another week or two, maybe 2 weeks. Take care, y'all. Bye.